Okay, so I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is, in our first game against the Boston Celtics, a couple of guys who I was on the fence with, I didn't know if they were going to be something, started to show signs that they could be players that we could invest in long term. Specifically Nick Stauskas, who hit more than a few open jumpers for us, as well as Robert Covington, who did the same. You need wing shooters in the NBA, so that's good. And Joel Embiid and Jahlil Okafor performed kind of how you think they would in terms of being post scorers and guys who I can rely on to score in the paint. Of course, part of this is because the Celtics don't have a lot of inside defense, but they still killed it, so that was good. But now for the bad news. We won. We are 1-0 on the season. That can't happen. We're tanking. Maybe it's okay, I don't know. But I do know that while it was easy for Embiid and Okafor in Game 1 against the Celtics, this next one here against the Utah Jazz is going to be a bit tougher because Rudy Gobert is probably the best defensive center in the NBA, and Derek Favors ain't no slouch either. But also, Dario Saric didn't really play much in Game 1 against the Celtics because I'm still trying to figure out the big man rotation, but you'll see here as this game gets going, I find a way to get Saric involved, and, well, he becomes another guy who could really become something for us. Let's see how we do against the Utah Jazz. Can we actually win another game? We're in Philadelphia this time, so that's cool. Shelvin Mack, shout out to him for becoming the best point guard in the league the second he put on a Jazz jersey. And, Jahlil Okafor playing some inside defense. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm still going with Jahlil and Nerlens to start because that's just, I don't know, it's what I felt like. And Ish Smith, okay. I'm still feeling out Ish Smith because his offensive game is not the best, especially from outside, but he does have some inside talent. Hollis Thompson I don't think he's made an outside shot this series for us yet. Not good, man. I started you, and I don't know if that was the right decision. Gordon Hayward with the perm, looking good. Gordon Hayward's a good dude, man. He just is. Get it to Jahlil again, and at this point, I was talking about Rudy Gobert a second ago. That Stifle Tower, man, that defense is real. The D is real. And yeah, that joke, it sounded exactly how you thought it sounded. We're down 11-4. Perhaps now this is the real 76ers, okay? Because last game against the Celtics, we did pretty damn well throughout. But it seems like this time we're revealing ourselves a bit. Joel Embiid looks good at least. We're down 5 in the first quarter, and immediately you can already tell that we're just not as good scoring inside. You would expect this against Gobert and Favors. And Trey Burke hitting his first three-pointer of his career. Shout out to him. We're down 8 points. I got to call timeout. It seems that we finally realized that we're the 76ers. B-ball breakdown's favorite player, Rodney Hood, misses a three. Let's go, boys. What are we doing on this one? Well, I mentioned before that I'm liking Robert Covington. That continues. He's hitting his threes, man. Covington might be starting pretty quick because Hollis Thompson's not making his shots. And Covington, on the other hand, has been pretty damn good from outside. Jeff Withey, is that his name? Gets an offensive rebound. The CPU just loves their offensive rebounds, man. But Okafor is going to have to pay him back on this one. See, that's not Gobert. I don't think Jeff Withey is going to be stopping Jahlil Okafor scoring inside. But we're still down 8 points, so we got to get with this a little bit. Gordon Hayward's moving off of some screens, and Jesus, he's killing us. Before I mentioned that Jeremy Grant, who is a perimeter defender, I don't know if he's going to play much because his offensive game is so bad, but when we're going up against a guy like Gordon Hayward, you got to at least try Jeremy out. Yeah, his offense is pretty poor, but you might be able to work it out. I have to figure that whole thing out. And then Rodney Hood gets caught on Joel Embiid. Sorry, bro. Y'all really should have brought some help defense because he had no chance. I was risking the Charles Barkley 5 seconds back to the basket, but I guess it's all good. And, the defense. We do not have that many natural defenders on this team, if any, to be honest, besides Nerlens Noel. But Noel's not in the game right now because, well, the Okafor and Embiid combination was working so well in Game 1. I had to keep trying it, and, well, it's still pretty damn successful. Okafor's definitely got a few points. It's only 6 points now. We definitely got a shot. And then, my man, Jeff Withey. Should I trade for him? Could you picture Jeff Withey in a Sixers jersey? I think I could. We're a pretty bad team, so We already have, like, what, 3 white guys? Might as well get a 4th one, to be honest with you. Now, you'll notice here an interesting lineup. I do not have Okafor or Embiid in the game, which means there's no post-up presence, so we had to run a pick and roll. Saric scored there. That might be a lineup I go to a bit more in the future. Isaiah Cannon can't finish anything inside, so he misses. 6 points going into the 4th. Hey, not bad. We were down by double digits a couple times there, so to be in it, it's pretty good. But you're going to see again, Gordon Hayward, he is killing us. That is a moment in which maybe Nerlens Noel should have been in the game. I mean, I don't know, I could say that, but then Nerlens wouldn't be able to score. But then again, Jahlil Okafor can't score on Gobert either. And so with us being down double digits, unable to score inside because of Rudy Gobert, Utah calls timeout and I say, you know what, let's get a little weird. And this is where Dario Saric's value really comes into play, because we're playing him at center. Oh yes, Dario Saric is playing center, Joel Embiid is at the 4. Listen, we're already down double digits. You might as well just try something and see what you got, you know? And so, as Rudy misses that one, Dario gets the rebound, so that's good. One fear would be he can't get boards, but that's pretty good. And then watch what happens. He's completely wide open. My man, Dario Saric. What do we have here? Listen, the Sixers stowed this guy away, but the thought is he can be a pretty damn good player. And I know some people were like, well, why don't you wait a full season for him and Embiid to join the team? I mean, then we're just delaying what's happening right now, you know? It's just kind of pointless to do that, in my opinion. It's also, well, I don't know, but I do know Dario's open again. Look at this. If you think Dario Saric ain't going to be playing center for us at times, you are incorrect, my friend. He's got, what, 3 for 6 from 3. He's putting up points. It's beautiful, but Gordon Hayward. It's terrible. We need a perimeter defender, and I think Jeremy Grant is going to have to get some minutes for us moving forward when we're facing a guy like that. But Covington, once again, I think Covington might as well be a starter at this point. Hollis Thompson's not hitting threes. It's only 5 points, boys. We got a chance. Can your Sixers actually win another game? Would it even be a good thing? Oh, the perm gets us. Gordon Hayward. And that's all she wrote, but this was a good look. We might have lost this game, but we learned a few things. Number one, Robert Covington's probably going to be a starter. Dario Saric's value is pretty damn high if we can put him in the right spot. And Jeremy Grant's probably going to get some more minutes moving forward for his defense.